McLaren launched their challenger for 2014 this morning, the MP4-29. So what do you think of it? Tell me what your first impressions are by commenting below. Do you like the silver livery? There aren't many sponsors on the car because McLaren have failed to secure a title sponsor for 2014, not replacing Vodafone. So we'll have to wait and see who ends up on the car. And what do you think of the nose design? It's the biggest question we've all been asking about how the teams will interpret the rules. McLaren have gone for a very narrow protruding section, very different to what Lotus have chosen with their new E22 car that they revealed just moments before the McLaren launch. They've gone for almost a pincer-like nose. Which do you prefer? Let me know by commenting below. Now, Jenson Button is staying with McLaren for 2014 and he is going to be desperately searching to be on the podium again for McLaren, and this is what he had to say about the upcoming year.
Formula One is, in a way, all about rule changes. It's about adapting and it's about doing the best you can and pushing everything to the limit with new regulation changes. So it's nothing new to the sport. I think that these changes possibly are the biggest we've had for a little while. But, you know, I think it's exciting for everyone. You know, we're all very excited here at MTC to really get the best out of the new rule changes. You know, I think Formula One in 2014 it's going to be about speed. It always is. You know, it's about trying to be the fastest car out there. But I think it brings back what it has been in previous decades of being the most reliable team also and the most consistent team.
So we've heard what Jenson thinks about the new regulations, but what does he think about his new car, the MP4-29?
Everyone is talking about how the engine is going to sound compared to a V8. You know, it won't sound the same, you know, of course not. But from what I've heard, it still sounds pretty good. It's a real mix in sounds because obviously you have the turbo and what have you, so it's quite an unusual sound. But I like it. I think it sounds good, and you know, it's not important for me to like the sound really. You know, it's important for me to have a car that I can win with. But for the fans, I think it's still going to sound good, and the racing on circuit this year, I think, is going to be better than ever. I really do.
Do you think Jenson's still got it, or has he run out of puff? Let me know by commenting below. Now, Jenson's new teammate is Kevin Magnussen. He's a rookie, new to F1, so how's he feeling about the upcoming season?
Yeah, this year will be very, very exciting in every aspect. It's new for the fans, but for me as well. It's I'm new to Formula One and I need to learn a lot, and it will be hopefully a steep learning curve.
Definitely a steep learning curve for Kevin Magnussen. Do you think he's got what it takes to win a race? Or more importantly, can he do better than Sergio Perez did last year for McLaren? Let me know by commenting below. Now, what does Kevin think of his new car for 2014?
Well, the car this year will have so much more power than last year, so it makes it more tricky. It makes it more of a, you know, you will see more sideways driving and you will see more mistakes eventually, and you know, it makes it fun. It makes it a challenge more than last year. The cars last year were very, you know, they were at, you know, very much at the top of their development, and they were so good that it's still very, very difficult to be the fastest, but in a way easier to drive the car. This new car is a bit more of a challenge, I think. Obviously, no one has driven in real life, but from the simulator, it feels more fun, old school sideways driving.
So we know who the drivers are for 2014. We've seen McLaren's new car, the MP4-29. The biggest question that we are all still asking is who is going to be team principal at McLaren for 2014. Eric Boullier announced that he was leaving Lotus this morning, which means he's now the favourite to take over from Martin Whitmarsh. Do you think that's a good idea? And who do you think should be taking over from Martin Whitmarsh? Let me know. Let us know what you think of McLaren's big reveal today by commenting below, and of course keep an eye on the channel because we're going to be following more F1 launches, and tomorrow it's Ferrari.
Call of Duty.
James Hunt or Niki Lauda?
Come on in, I'll take you through.
The sports kit's just for looks.
Just for looks.